10 G's in a trip, everybody. You know how we do right here on this channel, 10 G's in a T. So every time we get to $10,000 of profit, we end up rewarding ourselves with taking a trip. It's just something that my high school buddy and I do to get ourselves to think of profits in smaller numbers so that we can get to a bigger overall total quicker. And the funny thing about it is, it's been working great. I've just cashed in on my first trip, and my friend who's been doing this, David Smith, it's only been 3 weeks now, and he just cashed his third trip. That's right. He's made 30 grand in just over about 3 weeks. So the way we did it last week was mine. Mine has just been going nuts, and there's really not a lot out there on that. So this video is going to be mainly about that. So let's go over to the website, Miner Co. Inc. The stock ticker is MINE, and they are a mushroom company with a blockchain coin that they're coming out with that is going to be used to buy their products. Now, if you want to look at their products, you kind of can't. That part is the one that doesn't scroll over because it's not out yet, but you can just scroll down and look. They've got tinctures, they've got soft gels, and they've got topicals. They've got even some oil hand sanitizer, which seems a little bit dangerous if you had kids around. But it is what it is. So they have these products that are coming out. This is the website. That's not what I'm concerned about. I wanted to show you guys what's come out really over the last few days from their Twitter account. There really isn't a ton of news on this company at all. So why have they been shooting up like 200% over the past week? We'll start off with this. Mine, the Magic Mushroom Company. We did it. EROP Capital is paid off. Plus, they're returning 477 million shares to Treasury. You don't get what you deserve. You get what you negotiate. Basically, and I love that they also added this, thanks to our shareholders for believing in us, Miners United. They're sort of starting a little community around their company, which is neat. Now, if you want to go backwards a little bit, what they're saying is we did it. We're proud to announce that our debt settlement creditor is with EROP Capital. So what they're trying to do is settle some really toxic debt that came from when they were an old company called VitaFizz. This was a soda water company years ago. From 2010 to 2015, they focused on soda water. And the beverage industry, if you know anything about it, is like impossible to break into. Like, I'm pretty sure Coke and Pepsi have that. So what happened was they didn't follow through on their business model, and I'm guessing a lot of people ended up losing some money on them because they invested in VitaFizz, and then when they bailed from their business model because it wasn't working, some shareholders probably lost some money, and now they look at that company as a scam. That's why you see a whole lot of people, this is a pump and dump, this is a pump and dump, such a scam, such a scam. That's why. Well, it would be if they were still trying to sell VitaFizz. I'd be like, yeah, I'm not trying to invest in that. But what they did was pivot. You got to love a company that says, you know what, this isn't working. Let's go find something that does. And so they took a branch of the company and started focusing strictly on global production of not only cannabis, but mushroom products, psilocybin, and they want it to be used with blockchain resources. So they're creating their coin called the Shrew Coin, and you can buy their products through that. So what they just did was they just got rid of a whole bunch of their debt, so now they're looking a lot better on their balance sheet. And that's going to help raise capital. It's going to help them for when they're trying to, right now they're trying to purchase land so that they can do a lot more growing. And they're also trying to figure out what their coin should look like. So they went on to Twitter and they put this out there. They said, which one do you guys like? We're working hard to launch our Shrew Coin. We're going to take a poll here, 1 through 4, give us your thoughts. Now, if you look down here, they didn't even have this poll created. Somebody in the community was like, hey, it'd be a lot easier if you made the poll. So then they made this, and they said, cool, we'll make a poll. Then somebody in the community was like, hey, you know what would be cool? Why don't you ask your shareholders who have artistic ability to see if they can come up with one? Why don't you make a contest? All right. Well, the next thing comes out. Best team ever. The Magic Mushroom Company listens. Shareholders ask for another Shrew Coin logo contest, and anyone can submit. Winner is going to receive $500 certificate redeemed by any blockchain or Shrew. That's pretty cool. So you can email your logos by Tuesday at 5 o'clock to come up with the logo for the Shrew Coin. But what I like about this the most is that they're listening. It's a company that's listening to what's happening on Twitter, which is ridiculous to me because it's the comment section of the internet. But they are listening. They are informing us with what's going on and what they're doing in the company. The one red flag I would say to look out for is if this doesn't come out in the press release, then it's really not real. Twitter's great and all, but it has to be news. It's got to come out in some sort of press release. Otherwise, they're just tweeting. And quite frankly, it looks like they've got a Twitter team that's made up of, I don't know, kids that just came out of college, and that's fine. That might be you watching this right now. But a lot of their tweets have like grammatical errors in it, which bothers me. I don't know. I'm a little bit older. I'm old school. I feel like if you're going to put a tweet out, you could at least edit it. Little things like that kind of bug me a little bit. Stupid things like this. I mean, I know I'm nitpicking, but like when you say 1 through 4, give us your thoughts. Which one? What are we talking about? Is this 1, 2, 3, 4? Is it 1, 2, 3, 4? You have to assume that people are stupid on the internet, and you have to give them absolutely no reason to question. So that's going to get confusing when people just go and start numbers, and they didn't even mark them. So little things like that. But if that's the biggest problem with the company, then I'm feeling pretty good about it, because what they're doing is they're listening to their shareholders. They're informing their shareholders. They cleaned off a whole bunch of toxic debt from their balance sheet, and now they're free to move forward in a way where hopefully they don't have to choose a logo that looks like a snake penis. I'm having a blast doing this. I just cashed in my first 10 G's. Going to be taking a trip here. His first trip is going to be Asheville. We've decided that. You're probably wondering, why doesn't he ever come on here? Because I like to make videos early in the morning, and he doesn't like to wake up until a little bit later. But I will tell you, I will get him on here. David Smith is my best friend, who is my investor friend that I do this with. I think it's really helpful to invest with a buddy to keep you kind of straight. You know, as soon as you start getting all these ideas, you get really deep into a company and you start falling in love with it. It's really helpful to be able to bounce some ideas off of somebody. So whether you're in a group chat or whatever it is, just be careful that it's not one of these gurus that's just basically telling you what to invest in. I'm not telling you what you should invest in. I'm telling you what we invested in that worked for us. And if you'd like to kind of follow us on this journey, you don't have to set up 10 G's for every trip you take. Just find out what number is going to be big enough for you to reward yourself with the trip. You don't have to spend all of it on the trip. In fact, I'd advise that you don't. But, you know, hey, if you make 10 G's and you spend 1,000 on a trip, you're doing pretty good. And I want you to have fun and feel good about the profits that you're earning along the way. So good luck with everything, and we hope that you guys are taking those trips with us. We'll be documenting them as we're able to take them, but at this point, we're starting to get backlogged. So hopefully you're out there, you know, staying safe, mask up when you do take your trip. Make sure you check in and comment below. Let us know where you're going, how long it took you to get to your first trip. But for us, we're going to take one every time we get 10 G's, and that's why we say hashtag 10 G's and a T. Like and subscribe if you enjoy this kind of thing. Comment below and let us know exactly where you're going to go on your first T after your first 10 G's or whatever number you set it at. Have fun, everybody. GLTA, go get some, make some money this week. It's a short week. Let's earn it.